we're wrapping up our trip here with Music City Indian in Nashville, Tennessee. This is now our second authorized Davidson Audio motorcycle dealership, Indian motorcycle dealership. So we are super pumped to have them join the Davidson Audio family. The second Indian motorcycle dealership to be authorized Davidson Audio installers. I'm so excited. I'm completely honored that any of these dealerships want to do this. It's the dealerships like Pikes Peak Indian and Music City Indian that are pushing the envelope with the aftermarket side of things for Indian. So everybody that's like, hey, there's no aftermarket parts, there's no options. You guys aren't looking in the right spots and you're not contacting the right people. I'm going to tell you right now, both Pikes Peak Indian and Music City Indian, they push the envelope for Indian motorcycles, especially being Indian dealerships. That's something you usually see from aftermarket shops like Kyle at Forever Rad. He builds some of the sickest Indians out there, but he's an aftermarket shop. So to see OEM Indian dealerships getting into the market like this is absolutely amazing. I love that dealerships like this are doing stuff like this. So I'm going to do a little walk around of the dealership real quick, show you what they got going on, and then we're going to talk to everybody here and see what their thoughts are on one, our product, what we offer, and how this trip went in the install process. All right, so we're back here with Carl and Eli. They're the two main technicians here. And I worked with Eli the entire time to get this install done on both the Challenger and the Chieftain. And Carl was back here, come over, check it out, see what was going on. So, I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on like the process of installing it and the quality difference between the OEM and what we're doing now?
I love it. As far as installing the kit from a technician standpoint, the kit goes together beautifully. Everything fits as it should. Required basically zero modification of the kit at all in order to be able to put it on, and we're still keeping with the factory OEM look. If you stand back and look at this motorcycle, you wouldn't notice anything different, which is really big. A lot of our customers really like that we can keep the OEM look of the bike while still upgrading performance and audio and other things without having to sacrifice the look of the Indians that we've all come to love.
Very good point.
And underneath the seat and the fairing, there's no rat's nest. It's not a collaboration of junk wires hanging here and there. Everything has a place and everything's in its place. The neatest, greatest installation I've ever seen on a motorcycle.
Absolutely. That brings up a good point then. So from a serviceability standpoint, what are your guys' thoughts?
I love it. I'm tickled.
Should be straight up.
Yeah.
If we have an issue, we call you.
I'm tickled. From a technician standpoint, the serviceability of this bike, like Brandon just said, is virtually unchanged from the OEM configuration. The saddlebags come off with quality quick disconnects. They're all weather sealed. We're not worried about water intrusion. As Brandon will say, they're element ready. As the kit goes together, everything is element ready. Everything comes apart as it should. There's no interference with any of the OEM parts or any of the aftermarket parts we have here on this bike. Everything went together beautifully, and I look forward to working on it again.
Absolutely. And also he's got a lifted spring or Chieftain,
Yes.
and eventually he's going to get one similar set that we did on that bike, which we're going to demo both of these bikes. We're going to let Carl, he is ready to cut this fender, and you're going to see how much, like I said, these guys don't just build simple bolt-ons. They built some really nice, amazing bikes. So let's go bug the other guys. I think Jeff is just standing around, so we're going to go find him and bug him. So like I said, these guys are not afraid to do something custom here. So Carl's lopping the bottom of that fender off because they don't like the fender sitting down. They want a nice, straight, even line across there, because our bags naturally, right here, as you already know, they curve up. So you can curve it up, match it across, and then back down. It gives it a nice, sick look. So a lot of people may shy away from that because that fender is not cheap fender to start cutting. So this bike has got a lot of work done to it, and every single little bit has been done by Music City Indian here in-house. Like I said, these guys are not afraid to do something custom.
We ain't scared.
None of the techs here are scared of anything. All right, we got Joey here at the dealership. We're gonna ask him what his thoughts are on one. We'll ask him what he does here, and then we're gonna get into what his thoughts are on Davidson audio product, the fit and finish on the bike, and from a serviceability standpoint for them, and then also what they think of the outcome of these two bikes that we did.
Hey guys, I'm the service manager at Music City Indian. We've had a lot of people ask about custom audio, which we have in the past shied away from. A lot of the stuff we've seen was really messy. The installs were not good. From a service standpoint, it made our jobs a lot harder. So we invited Davidson Audio to come up, work with us for a few days on these installs. The cleanest setup I've seen so far. If you want to compare it to the power band, hands above. Clear all the way up to level 10, which is as far as these things go. Clear as a bell, depending on what kind of sound you want, whether you go with the 6.5s versus the 8s, or if you want more thump to it, you can do pretty much whatever you want to do with one of these.
So you guys are excited to have this offered here and to...
Extremely.
Perfect, because what we're looking for is we want to join the teams, and like I explained outside, these guys don't just build like, hey, we're going to go get these bolt-ons from Indian or this. You guys really push the envelope for these bikes, which I'm excited to see, because there's not many Indian dealerships. There's only 2 of them I know now that actually do what you guys do as an Indian dealership.
We're trying to step outside the box and do more custom work for the customer and have something a little bit different that you can't get anywhere else.
Oh, yeah. And you guys will see that when we go the walk around in the demo of that Challenger. They did a lot of work. 112 big bore, Lloyd's cams, intake, plenum, the whole 9 yards. And you guys do the big bores here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they do everything. They're not afraid to get into it. So we're going to let Joey go do his thing. Maybe we'll hunt down Jeff and the rest of the guys and talk to them too. All right. We did say nobody is afraid of anything here, but not that just afraid of the camera. He just doesn't like the camera, which is kind of like Bill. Bill doesn't like the camera, but we're going to ask Jeff what he does here, because you guys are going to be speaking to this man if you're trying to get set up here for Davidson Audio, and see what his thoughts are on us coming up here.
So I'm the service advisor. I also handle parts. I'm now a Davidson Audio specialist. So reach out to me if you got any questions about the Davidson Audio, or if you want to upgrade a bike and make it look badass. I'm your guy.
Yep. Yeah, because there's something we're going to do that these guys ruined for us on the Springfield. So now we're going to be reaching out to them to get the stuff to do that. I've been talking to Jeff for a couple of weeks now. He was actually the one that's been pushing Cam to do this. And eventually, with enough persistence, you made it happen. So that's why we're up here. And again, get a hold of these guys. They don't build just cut or basic bolt-ons. They build really custom bikes. So we're super pumped to have Davidson Audio up here, Music City, Indian, Nashville. So let's go find some more people to bug and put them on camera in the spot. So this is one of their Indian chieftains right here. They were gracious enough to pull this one off the showroom. It's like, hey, we want one in-house so we can demo. And this thing, we absolutely knocked it out of the park. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not trying to, boast my ego here, but this is like one of my favorite packages. Arc Audio, PSM Pro, DSP, all of Davidson Audio mounts, wiring to power a Sound Digital 1200.4 in the fairing, Got Cicada Audio CXXs in the fairing, CXXs in the OEM lids, and this thing sounds absolutely amazing. I'm super pumped with the way it came out. Again, this is one of our tried and true packages with a slight variation. It is a single amp, 4-speaker. Instead of doing the compression horns or the coaxes in the fairing, we did a component setup between Cicada Audio and NVS Audio. We did our tried and true CXXs in the rears. Arc Audio PSM Pro in the fairing, 800.4 in the fairing as well. Everything there, fit and finish, is clean and OEM as possible. Alright, we're letting Carl do his magic here. Oh, he already started. I think this is the one thing the bike was missing, was chopping. But you know how it turns out when it's done. We are up bright and early. It's Sunday. We are heading out because, as you can see, it's starting to rain and the weather's supposed to get only worse later. So we want to try to get out of here with the truck and the trailer and the bikes before it starts to freeze. But I want to take a quick second and thank you and a huge shout out to Music City Indian for blessing us with the opportunity to come up here, be part of the team. After talking with Jeff, he did say that he's been trying to get this partnership or bringing Davidson Audio to Music City Indian for a while. Audio is not for everybody. I completely understand that, but for the people that do enjoy high quality audio on these bikes, it is important for them. So it's an absolute honor of ours here at Davidson Audio to join with Music City Indian. It's dealerships like them and Pikes Peak Indian and other dealerships that are trying to push the envelope for the Indian motorcycles that I absolutely love. So to see another dealership that wants to just not build bikes with OEM parts but build custom bikes is absolutely amazing. So we are absolutely, again, honored to be doing this with Music City Indian. Thank you guys from the entire crew here, Jeff, Joseph, Eli, and everybody. I know I'm forgetting the names of everybody, but it's been such a great time here. Working with these guys is so easy. They are absolutely passionate for what they do, and they know what they're doing. They hooked me up with a couple of things on my bikes as well, so it was a win-win for everybody. Again, huge shout out to them. Cam, thank you for this opportunity, even though I didn't get to meet you. Looking forward to meeting you in the future. So if you're looking to get a Davidson audio system installed, you're on the Nashville area, or it's closer for you to travel here than to us or somebody else like Pikes Peak Indian, or Ride Culture and Riding Fish, and Corey Shockman up in Minnesota, or NVS Audio, or 309 Customs. We have a handful of people that can do installs. If you're closest to Music City Indian, or you just love doing business with them, please come over here. I have full confidence in them installing our audio packages. They will take care of you right the first time, and it will get done right the first time. So again, huge shout out to them. Thank you for the opportunity. We're going to get on the road because we have an 8-hour drive home and the weather is a little cold. So we're going to try to beat this weather. I'm Brandon with Davidson Audio. If you're looking for the best aftermarket audio solution for your Indian, Harley, motorcycle period, make sure you come check us out in beautiful Panama City, Florida, or Music City Indian to get it done right the first time. God bless all of y'all.